one of the deals I always look at when I'm doing ribs is I try to pick the ones and I feel see how the small bones like these are here. I always like the small bone rib because I always feel like it cooks up a whole lot more tender. Another thing I like to do too is I like to get the ones with the hard bone on. And what I mean by hard bone on is the side piece right here. You can buy a lot like baby back ribs or something like that. And what it is, they just take a saw and they cut all this hard bone off and just sell you this part right here. And of course the price is a whole lot higher per pound. And all this hard bone, I guess they probably grind that up for dog food or something, I don't know. But I always like to buy the hard bone on. If you really want to impress somebody, you know, if you got some people coming over to eat or something, after I cook it, I'm going to take me a knife and cut it right along the joint. There's a joint right here. I'm going to take a knife and cut right along here. Take that cooked part off here, and I'll chop that up, you know, if you got little kids or something. Or I mean, the meat's real good. It just doesn't look real pretty like a rib would here. And the first thing I'm going to do with this thing is there's a membrane right across here, and I don't know if you've ever noticed about sometime when you eat ribs, like it sticks in your teeth. I'm going to take this membrane. I got a paper towel here, and I'm going to pull that membrane off.
One of the easier ones I've ever seen come off.
Well, I'll tell you why it comes off so easy, Mark, is for some reason, and I've used pliers, I've used everything on the sun, but for some reason you grab a paper towel and it just comes off super easy. I guess it's the dryness of the towel or something. Anyhow, so I've got my rib like this. Now what I would probably do, and I always like to marinate my ribs a period of time. It may be 30 minutes, or no, not 30 minutes, it may be 2 hours, or it may be overnight, preferably overnight. And there's a million different marinating recipes. The easiest no-brainer is probably a oil and vinegar dressing. Just rub it down real good on both sides and put it in your refrigerator and let it set overnight. And then right before, say a couple hours before, or maybe an hour before I'm putting it on, I'll take it out of the marinade, rub it down with some spices like maybe Cajun or something like that, and let the rib get back to pretty much room temperature before I put it on the pit. And once on the pit, it's according to the temperature you want. I like to cook real cool. I like to cook around 215, 220, and I'll cook them for maybe 8 hours. And you can tell when they're starting to get done because the skin right here will start pulling away from these bones, and you'll have a real pretty rib.
You baste it when it's on, or spray it?
You can baste it when it's on.
Do you?
Ordinarily, I don't.
You just leave it alone?
Pardon me?
You just put it on and leave it alone?
Yep. And the reason I don't baste is because the smokers I have happen to cook real wet. If you've got a cooker that cooks real dry, and I'm smoking now, I'm not grilling. You know, there's no direct heat hitting this meat at all.
Okay.
But I'm smoking. If I was grilling, yes, I'm gonna definitely baste it with like a meat stock or something like that.
Have you got a water pan in your smoker?
Yes. Yes. In fact, the whole bottom of it's full of water, and I got a big drain on it where I can dump the water out after it's all over. And that's about it.
You gonna go ahead and prep this one?
Yeah, I can go and prep this. I have to use it right here. Play like the Cajun seasoning. And I've never have been real stingy on how much stuff I put on it, because I don't think you can be, and not have a rib that's tasty like you want it to be.
So in order to get good penetration, you got to get it pretty thick?
I think you do. And you're going to lose a lot of it while it's cooking. You know, the fat and the juices out of the meat are going to
carry some of it away.
Yeah, they're going to haul a bunch of it off. All right, to me, I'm, you know, taking for granted that that's already been marinated and everything. I'm probably going to let that sit out till about for an hour or so till it gets pretty much to room temperature, then put it on the pit.
Okay. And you are?
Bob Polan out of Lufkin, Texas.
And where are we today?
We're in Cookeville, Tennessee at the Tennessee State Championships.
And how long did it take you to get here?
Well, I had a few detours, but it just took me 2 days, you know. Not too bad.
Thank you, Bob.
Yes, sir.